Ever seen a squirrel do a backflip? In Tilly the Skateboarding Squirrel, brave little Tilly packed a peanut butter sandwich, grabbed her lucky acorn, and zoomed off on her skateboard to enter Tailtown's wildest contest, the Great Forest Flip-Off. A crowd of chipmunks, bunnies, and beetles gasped as she zipped down twisty tree branches, bounced off mushroom ramps, and spun through leafy loops. "Woo!" she squeaked, flipping mid-air and landing with a perfect whoosh, just as her sandwich soared, splat, into the mayor's hat. The forest erupted in cheers, and the mayor crowned her the queen of kick-flips, peanut butter and all. And now, whenever a leaf swirls just right, they say it's Tilly, practicing her next sky-high trick. Can poetry warm a frozen heart? In Percy, the poetry penguin, little Percy packed his fluffiest scarf, a twinkling notebook, and his favorite quill feather, ready to waddle from Tailtown to the glittery Glacier Glow Gala. He recited verses to snowflakes and sang sonnets to icicles, but his biggest challenge waited, Grumblebeak. The Grumplebeak, the grumpiest snow goose judge of them all. No fluff, just facts, she honked, feathers bristling. Percy took a deep breath and read his final rhyme. Soft, brave, and full of heart, even cold winds can carry warm wishes. Silence, and then a tiny sniffle. Grumblebeak dabbed her eye, and the crowd burst into frosty applause. Percy grinned, snowflakes clinging to his pages like sparkly punctuation. And now, on the chilliest nights, if you listen close, you might hear a penguin's poem floating gently through the winter air. Ever dreamed of moon cheese? In Milo the Mouse's Map to the Moon, tiny Milo discovered a glowing map tucked inside an old acorn chest, and knew it was time for a tail-sized adventure. With his backpack snug and whiskers twitching, he scurried through twinkling meadows, shared carrot cake with bouncing bunnies, and tiptoed past cricket choirs chirping tunes that lit up the stars. The map shimmered brighter with each step, leading him to a silver ladder made of spider silk and stardust. At the very top, Milo gasped. A glowing moon cheese fountain bubbled and sparkled, smelling like dreams and cheddar. He dipped a cracker, took a squeaky bite, and wiggled with delight. Now back in Tailtown, Milo's map hangs proudly above his bed, and sometimes, just sometimes, he wakes with cheesy crumbs on his nose. How high can a dream carry you? In Luna, the llama's bubblegum balloon ride, Luna packed her fluffiest socks, a jelly bean sandwich, and dreams as big as the sky. With a mighty puff, she blew a bubble so giant and pink it lifted her right out of Tailtown. Up, up she floated past rainbow rivers that hummed lullabies and candy cloud castles guarded by gummy bear knights. Birds waved tiny flags, and a giggly breeze spun her bubble in dizzy loops. Luna squealed with joy, tossing snacks to cloud bunnies as she soared. At sunset the bubble drifted gently down, plopping her into a field of marshmallow daisies. She stretched, smiled, and licked a bit of bubblegum from her nose. And now, whenever the breeze smells like sugar and dreams, everyone in Tailtown looks up, just in case Luna's floating by again. Can a bunny climb a mountain made of marshmallows? In Benny the Bunny's Marshmallow Mountain Climb, Benny laced up his jelly bean boots, tucked a squishy marshmallow map into his bag, and bounced out of Tailtown with dreams twinkling in his ears. He hopped past singing snowflakes that jingled like bells, leapt over cocoa creeks, and waved to a yodeling yak who called, "Hop-hoo!" from a caramel cliff. With every fluffy step, the mountain grew sweeter and sillier until Benny reached the whipped cream peak. There, a golden gummy flag sparkled in the sunlight. Waiting just for him, he planted it proudly and cheered for all the bunnies who dream big and hop higher. And now, whenever the clouds smell like marshmallows and the wind hums a yodel, Benny's still climbing, one giggle at a time. Ever bounced so high? You booped the moon. Benny the Bunny sure did, with his tiniest telescope in one paw, and a marshmallow map in the other. He hopped packed for a moon mission. Time for a giggle. Hop to the stars, he grinned, wiggling his ears. He bounced on his jelly bean trampoline. Boing! Boing! Blast off, straight through cotton candy clouds and sparkly stardust trails. When he reached the moon, it smelled like vanilla and squished like a marshmallow mattress. Benny nibbled a crater. Hum, sweet with a hint of moonbeam. He slid down a sugar-doodle slope, giggling, and planted a carrot flag. Before floating home, he tucked a moon marshmallow in his pocket, proof for Tailtown. That night, bunnies gathered round as Benny unwrapped his treasure. Told ya, he winked. And if you ever spot a bite, missing from the moon, that was Benny, the giggle-hopping bunny in red sneakers, making lunar snack history. Ever find a map that twitched with excitement? Tilly the squirrel did, right in her backpack, drawn on a shiny golden acorn. It pointed straight up, so with a swoosh of her purple cap, she launched skyward on a bubble-blasted skateboard. Whoosh! She zipped through swirly winds and burst into a floating skate park made of moon ramps, giggle rails, and cloud-curved loops. Let's flip some fun, she cheered. Each trick she tried left swirls of sparkling stories in the sky. A tale of a dancing pine cone, a giggling gust, and even a jellybean jetpack. The clouds clapped, the stars spun, and Tilly, mid-barrel roll, laughed so hard she did a loop-de-loop-in-loop into a pile of story dust. As she coasted back down to Tailtown, her board trailing sparkles, the golden map winked and vanished. But the sky, it still holds her scribbled tricks, waiting for the next adventure to roll through